Здравствуйте, я вот с ребятками познакомилась. Как вас звать?
Евгений.
Евгений. Владимир. Вот сейчас мы почитаем текст. Как называется?
The Overman.
Как писатель?
By Jen.
Джен, да, все-таки?
Jen Kerridge.
Керричи, да? А не буква W.
W.
Все равно Керричи, да, читается?
Kerridge.
Ну, давайте начинаем.
I was a writer. I wrote books. I write now, but nobody knows. Nobody can see me now. Something strange has happened to me. I will tell you about it. In January I wanted to write a very long book, so I left my home and I found a little room with a... This is a good room for a writer. I thought I'll write my books here. It was a little room, but I liked it. It was very quiet. I began to work and my book, and I was happy. When things began to happen, strange things. One day I was at my desk with my pen in my hand. Suddenly I thought I want a coffee, and I haven't got any. I'll have to go to the shop. I put my pen on the table and went out. When I came back, I looked for the pen. It wasn't on the table. I looked on the floor and my chair, and went on the table again. It wasn't there. I don't understand it. I thought that might another thing happen. I was in bed and the room was very quiet. Suddenly I opened my eyes. What was that? I wondered when I heard a voice, a man's voice. Who's there? I cried. There was no answer and there was nobody in the room. I couldn't understand it and I was afraid. What can I do? I thought that was that. After that, strange things happened every day, but I had to finish my book, so I stayed there. The room was very small. There were not many things in it. Only a bed, a table and a chair. And this was a mirror on the wall. It was a very old mirror and I liked it. And then one day I looked in the mirror and I saw him, the other man. It wasn't me. This man had a beard, but I didn't. I shut my eyes and looked again this time. This time I saw my face in the mirror. That didn't happen, I thought. I was wrong, there wasn't another man. I went for a walk that day and I didn't work on my book. I didn't want to be in the room, I didn't want to see or hear strange things. At night I went home again. The room was very quiet. I looked in the mirror and saw my face, but I wasn't happy. I went to bed, but I couldn't sleep. I'll leave tomorrow, I thought, and after that I slept. But when another strange thing happened, the other man stood by my bed and spoke to me. "You will never live here," he said. "You will stay with me." And when I opened my eyes, I was very cold and afraid. "I'll leave now," I thought. "I can't stay here for one more minute." Quickly I put my things in a case. I wanted to go now. I couldn't forget the man, so I wasn't afraid. But afraid of that, I don't know. I looked around the room and I looked in the mirror again. And then I suddenly colder and more afraid. I couldn't see our man in the mirror. Why? Because he wasn't there. But I couldn't see my face in the mirror. There was no face. Why not? I tried to shoot, but no sudden came. I had no choice. Choice.
Нет, не той стороны.
Voice.
Voice, это voice,
Yeah,
voice.
voice.
Голос.
And when I saw him, I then saw the other man, the man with the beard, but he wasn't in the mirror. He was at the table with my pen in his hand. He wrote my book with my pen. I wasn't angry and I tried to speak, but I couldn't because I had no voice. The other man didn't speak. He smiled and walked. Suddenly there was a sound at the door, and I heard Prince's voice. Are you with? My friend called. I want to see you. I was very happy when any friend voice helped me. I thought, but couldn't more. The other man went to the door and opened it. Come in, he said to my friend. Come and see my room. I write in my book. My friend came into the room, but he didn't see me. He smiled and the other man. My friend said, "Oh, you have что это? Bed now. Bed now. Again, I tried to speak, but I couldn't. My friend couldn't see me. He couldn't hear me. He only say the other man. That is my story. The other man has my room, and he also has my face and my voice. He will finish my book too. But the other man doesn't know one thing. I can write, I can tell my story, and I'm telling it again. It to you, да? It to you.
Ну, всего хорошего. С вами была Валентина. Можете рукой помахать. Всего хорошего. До свидания.